Bree caused me to have a very, 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 very bad opinion of Gypsy. I'm also a cancer survivor, so hugs to you. I am so fucking happy and thrilled for you. Congratulations. Not many people know what it's like to be on this side of a cancer diagnosis, but I do. I just hit my 5-year remission of stage 2/stage 3 cervical cancer. I had 6 operations between 2018 and 2019, and on October 11th of 2019, I had a 12-hour operation cut open from hip to hip. I had a radical hysterectomy, total pelvic lymphadenectomy. I had part of my vagina removed, and then I had to go through 6 weeks of injections in the thigh 3 times a day. I had a catheter for 8 weeks, and then for 2 years post that surgery, I had to go through additional medications and cancer treatments. I'm fucking very, very lucky and blessed to be here. I'm sure you feel that way, because not everybody that has cancer survives it. And the prognosis rate is not very good for a lot of cancers. So I noticed that I struggle a lot physically, mentally, and emotionally, not just having all those organs taken away from me, but all of the pelvic lymph nodes being gone. The things, I've also had to have several bladder surgeries since then. I've had to have a transvaginal mid-urethral pelvic mesh sling done 3 years ago on Christmas. And I have had to have Botox injections into my bladder, and we're going to do it already, but I've been putting it off. A nerve stimulator in my spine. And so a lot of people don't talk about the residual effects of cancer, mentally, emotionally, physically, because a lot of people unfortunately don't survive it. So that's something that is just, I know I struggle a lot with even verbalizing it. It's only been the last few months that I've been able to actually talk about it and open up about it more without being extremely angry and going through the grief process of even being diagnosed. And I just hit the 5-year remission mark. So I'm just speaking for myself though. It makes my heart, my mind, my soul, and the very core of who I am so extremely happy and thrilled to see somebody else survive cancer. So congratulations again, because that's fucking awesome. And that is something that should be celebrated. I feel like I don't celebrate myself enough like I should. And it's a constant reminder that life is precious. Our time is limited. I just turned 39, and I'm extremely blessed by God to be here, to see my 5 children grow up, and to still be an active part in my own life. It just doesn't look the way that I thought when I was younger that it was going to look. But I'm fucking badass, and it ain't taking me out. So I plan to live to be a very, very old, grumpy great-great-grandmother. And God willing, I will make it. I just find life so beautiful, and it's funny to me because especially with social media and the digital age, people are so like anti-uniqueness and individually. I mean, I see my friends and people I talk to, and I see people on this app too, and I think, why in the hell do people go and have all this crazy extreme stuff done to their body just to look like some weird plastic silicone doll? I absolutely find aging beautiful. I find flaws beautiful. I find that uniqueness beautiful. That is what makes us so different, but that to me is what makes us attractive. I find people, even men, women, to just, when they embrace who they really are, that to be so refreshing, because I embrace who I am, and I always have. I'm very in tune with myself and my body, and I just love to see other people do that same thing. But I find that to be the most beautiful of all, and this, just having survived something so egregious, I know firsthand, it just does something to me. It just makes me extremely thrilled. So congratulations again on surviving your cancer and being here today. But I really want to talk to you about this, the first part. What was it that Bree did that caused you to not have a good opinion of Gypsy anymore? I'm genuinely curious. And for anybody else that is watching this video, I really want to know from you firsthand, would you ever forgive Gypsy Rose? Do you think she can ever come back from all the lies and inconsistencies she's told in her shows, in her interviews, in her interrogation, on social media? Do you think that she, even if she tried and showed remorse and tried to change and tried to do better with her time here and her life, not just with her words, trying to make you convinced that she is, but if she actually showed us, everybody, that, and that she was starting to give back and she was doing good things with her large platform, and that negative attention and infamy that she has because solely of the crime that she committed and being a convicted felon, I just want to know, hypothetically, would you ever forgive her? Would you ever give her a place in social media and accept her? And if you could or ever would, what would that look like for you? Because I'm genuinely curious. They blame everybody else for why she doesn't advocate or bring awareness. And they say it's because y'all don't fucking let her. No, if Gypsy Rose was not on social media, she wouldn't know how many people negatively think of her or dislike her. She wouldn't be on there to read it, to see it, to know it. And she would just be living her daily life. So that's not an excuse. Plus, anybody who advocates, they're going to advocate no matter fucking what anyway. The same way, if somebody wants to lie, they're going to lie anyway. If somebody wants to go have sex with somebody, they're going to go have sex with somebody. There ain't going to be no stopping them. If you truly have the heart for advocacy, you're going to do it. Regardless, despite and regardless what anybody on some stupid little box has to say. Right? But I just genuinely wanted to ask that question. I really want people to answer me. I want you to drop your comments below, and I want you to open up this dialogue and this conversation, because I myself has sat here and thought about the possibilities of what would her team or should her team have done to not only revamp her image, but actually build her a reputation from the ground up. What could she do? Could she do anything that would make people forgive her or like her or support her and change their view on her? And what would that look like for you for that to happen? Is it just her showing remorse? Is it her admitting the lies and the inconsistencies? Is it her apologizing for it? And or is it all of that in combination with her behavior needs to change, and we need to see some kind of action that proves there's some change there? I think I have some thoughts on that as far as my personal opinion, but I want to know everybody else's, because I genuinely don't dislike Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and she is a woman who is carrying an innocent child. No matter what anybody thinks about her, as far as I know, nothing has been done to actively harm her or hurt her. There might have been a lot of negative words and really bad things surrounding her name, her case on the social sphere, but she's free to go to a dog park, she's free to go to restaurants, she's free to go to Universal, she's free to do all these things, so her life can't be threatened that horribly. But please, just answer this for me, and don't come after me with some fucking bullshit, okay? It's just a hypothetical question. What could Gypsy Rose Blanchard do to actually show people that she wants to change and that she's going to change and that she has any kind of remorse? And what would that look like for you to come to a place of forgiveness and to actually think that she wants to? I'm not saying is, I'm just saying hypothetically.